Rampage Jackson and Paige VanZant, they credited you with not only influencing them, but also predicting that they would have big careers. You worked with them early on.
I actually worked with Paige when she was getting bullied in school.
Wow.
She came to me with her mom and her dad, and I remember working with her early on, and I put some people with her because she had no self-confidence. As she was beat down, it seemed like everybody was picking on her, and a lot of it had to do with jealousy because she's a good-looking girl, a young girl. And I think a lot of that, she didn't know how to handle that, and it felt like she was one of those kids that was an easy target because she allowed them to do it. And so when she came in, the first thing I told her was that I'm not teaching this so that you can, go out and get revenge on people. I'm teaching this so you have self-confidence, so that you don't have to go out and fight anybody, but you can protect yourself. And so I remember drilling that into her head, and we started doing that. And then it wasn't too soon, probably a year and a half after that, she wanted to fight. And I believe she was 17. And I told her no. I said, I want to wait. If you're going to fight, I think you've got a future. I said, but I would rather for you to wait till you finish school, high school. And if this is something you want to do, then we'll start, gradually building you into this and getting you the fights that I believe will continually build you in a direction you need to go. And she chose to go in a different direction. And she asked. It wasn't like there was an issue or anything. I just told her I wouldn't do it. But if she wanted to go somewhere else and do that, she has my blessing. And so I remember she went down in Uriah Faber in Sacramento, and they put her through it. Even to this day, if you look at how her career has gone, I think she was forced in it too soon. I think she could have had a much more successful career fighting if she would have held back a year or two and allowed me to build those fights into her, where it gave her that gradual success till she could deal with those kinds of girls at that next level.
I mean, you and I were around before there was female boxing and MMA and so forth. How long ago did it pop up? I felt like maybe 20 years ago or so.
I remember
like
it
that?
started to boom as soon as Dana White said there would never be girl fights in the UFC. Okay. And then, I think it was a year after, here comes Ronda Rousey.
I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of it, personally. Watching women fight each other just doesn't really sit right with me as a man. That's just me. But all the power to the women who actually do it. Was this something you went through as well, or are you cool with it?
I have always been in a position to where, it's not something that I would want my daughter to do.
Right.
I just wouldn't want to see that.
Exactly.
But if it was something that she really wanted to do, I would support her. And it's the same thing with girl fighting. It's not something that I enjoy watching, but I believe it's only fair.
Yeah.
I believe it's something that should be offered. And there's girls out there that have that love like I do for fighting. And they should have that opportunity, for sure. But it's like I said, it's not something that...
Yeah, you wouldn't want your daughter to do it. I think that's
it's kind of like basketball and football. I don't really want to watch basketball, even though, the playoffs I will, but not all year. But I love football, right? And I want to watch that. So it's kind of like that. It's not like I'm against it, but it's just something I'm not really want to watch.